Hello, guys. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back from your long holiday break. I hope you guys are rested and ready to go. Okay, so we are moving on to a brand new unit. We are talking about renewable and non-renewable resources. You've done this before. In second grade, you had experience with resources. You distinguished between natural and man-made resources then. And in third grade, you explored the characteristics of natural resources that make them useful in products and materials such as clothing and furniture. And you also learned about how we can conserve energy. So we are now going to be talking about we're going to dig a little bit deeper is what we're going to do. So remember that natural resources are substances that exist naturally on Earth. They are used by humans for consumptions like eating and drinking. They're used for production, like making useful things, or for producing energy, which we all know what those are. So you will learn how to categorize natural resources according to the ability and replace them according to ability to replace them during a lifetime. So, for example, because milk from cows, paper from trees, and water from tide movements are replaced within a lifetime, these resources are considered renewable. Okay, so although air, plants, and water and animals are also considered replaceable within a lifetime, we humans have misused those resources through overconsumptions and pollution, and we have really, really affected the way that these are renewed. So we have to be really careful. So here are some examples of renewable natural resources. So wind, okay, air, the air that we breathe. This is like lumber, wood, trees. Although we can't just go plant a tree and they'll be ready tomorrow, right? We have to use these things responsibly. Plants, same thing. Water and animals. So one of these things that I noticed right off the bat that we affect, and we see it more here because we live on a lake, like Lake Travis, what we put in our water. So putting trash, like not putting our trash away, and those types of things have a really big impact on our water supply. So we directly do this. So for non-renewable resources, here's the examples of those right here, are materials in which there is a finite or fixed amount. And once they're consumed, they cannot be replaced by Earth in any reasonable amount of time. Now, reasonable, what's reasonable? Reasonable can be like 15, 20 years, okay? Coal, oil, and natural gases are used to make other products and fossil fuels that are burned to produce energy for vehicles, machines, homes, and businesses. So a couple of those non-renewable resources specifically is coal. Besides burning coal in electric power plants or in furnaces, coal is also used in a surprising number of products such as pavements, insecticides, which is what we put on our grass to get them to kill the bugs that eat our grass. And we also put them in our house when we kill bugs. Medicines and of course explosions or explosives. Because coal was formed from the decay and deep burial of ancient swamp plants that took hundreds of millions of years to convert into coal. So this is a very popular resource, and it's not renewable. It will never be renewed in our lifetime, okay? So petroleum, oil, and natural gas, in addition to using those in vehicles, it's also used in thousands of other products such as plastics, lubricants, waxes, roofing materials, etc. So natural gas is used to fuel furnaces and cook food, and even power some buses and cars. It is a major product used in manufacturing fertilizers. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a major product that's used in fertilizers and also ammonia. Millions of years of the heat and pressure were necessary to convert microscopic marine organisms buried under layers of ocean floor into pockets of oil and natural gas that have been major resources, and our consumptions of these is quickly utilizing this resource. So once they're gone forever. They're not ever going to come back. So we're also going to talk more about how to conserve both renewable and non-renewable resources. So with the coming of the industrial age, which is what we're in now, or what we were in, I guess, a huge demand of large quantities of fossil fuels for production. Humans began polluting nature faster than nature could create itself. In addition, overconsumption of natural resources was not prevented. Today, we've got 3 conservation words that always empower us to protect and manage non-renewable and renewable resources. And I hope that you guys remember these words. It's reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we reduce, of course, that means that we just use less of it. We reuse is when you take your own bottle of water to work with you every day. Okay, I reuse this and I don't use the plastic. And then we recycle by other ways. Say you wrote on one piece of your paper. Okay, look, I recycled this piece of paper. This is math paper, and here's my notes. Okay, so I reused the back of this paper. I do that all the time. So that's recycling paper. So we make other uses for it. So you guys, I know, have got some really, really, really good things to say about some of those. Some of the things that are harder to do is the fossil fuels. So non-renewable resources, which are non-renewable resources. The ways that we can conserve some of these is by carpooling. Okay, if your mom takes you to school, and of course, granted, right now is not really a good time for that. But in normal cases, in the normal world, in a normal day, it would be better and more efficient for us to pile as many people as we can in the car, especially if they're going in the same direction, like school. So buses, take a ton of kids to school. Of course, they can't take that many now because of the world that we live in right now, but that's going to get better. So that's a really good way of using less fuels. But because of the world that we're living, less people are going to work in an office. So they're able to work from home. So we are actually helping our earth by less air pollution with our cars and things like that. You can also not water your lawn as much. My husband would not like to hear that, but that is one thing that we could do, is be very conservative of when we water, when it helps our grass the most, and when not to water. Let's see, what else can we do? Efficient irrigation, it says, and that means that we can water our plants more efficiently by having some people, I forgot the name of it. But anyways, irrigation is what waters our grass, waters our plants, and things like that. There's effective ways of doing that. You can ask your parents a little bit more about that, and I bet you they know. We can reduce car emissions, create better laws to govern clean air, to conserve plants. We can use more high-efficient vehicles, like vehicles that use less gas, or even hybrid or solar things. So there's lots and lots of different ways that we can conserve, or that you can help make our world a better place. So that is what we're talking about this week. So super excited about that. I love I actually love this week. So we'll quickly go over. I'm going to let you guys do the picture vocabulary. Hopefully, you already did the pre-assessment. If you have not yet, go do the pre-assessment before you go over the picture vocabulary. But the picture vocabulary you're going to do afterwards, and then we're going to go ahead and watch Science Rock. But you can watch it again because it's fun. I like it.
Natural resources, all we get from the earth. Renewable or non-renewable, they have a lot of worth. Natural resources are everywhere. Plants, animals, soil, water, sun, and air. Everyone needs them to live, and the earth is happy to give. We use them every day, and they use them different ways. Natural resources are what we get from the earth. Renewable and non-renewable, they have a lot of worth. Man-made resources are things we create, like plastic, glass, fabric, and paper plates. We use lumber to build a home, or plastic and glass for a cool support. We use them every day, and they use them different ways. Natural resources are what we get from the earth. Renewable or non-renewable, they have a lot of worth. Some resources are renewable. They are things that we can grow. It makes them very special. Plants, water, and air, we use them every day. They use them different ways. Natural resources are what we get from the earth. Renewable or non-renewable, they have a lot of worth. Non-renewable resources are running low. These are resources that you cannot grow, or oil or natural gas. If you can, then just say pass. We use them every day, and they use them different ways. It's really simple if you want to save our planet. Everyone is able, just get into the habit. All you have to do is reduce, reuse, recycle. Now let's review, just reduce, reuse, recycle. Natural resources are what we get from the earth. Renewable or non-renewable, they have a lot of worth.
Okay, always fun. I think so, at least. Okay, so you're going to go and do your picture vocabulary, and I do highly suggest you to talk with a partner about, or in our case, put it in private comment about how you think that you, just you, not your parents, how you can make this world a better place. So, how could you reduce, recycle, reuse, and make our earth, or make it last longer? Okay, so put it in a private comment if you're doing it to me. Otherwise, you can talk to your teachers or talk to your friends. All right. See you guys tomorrow.